Welcome everybody to the first episode of Recipe for Success. You will not believe who we have in studio today. I'm saying royalty, guys. Get a king, get a queen all in one. Jayda, how are you?
I'm good at you.
You look so pretty today.
Thank you so much. You look
How
good.
are you doing?
I was nervous a couple of seconds ago, but I think I'm chilled now. I think I'm cool.
Tell us about yourself. Who is Jayda King?
All right. So Jayda King is actually my stage name.
Oh.
Well, my real name is Jayda. But
Okay,
King,
okay.
I just thought, that's my mom's maiden surname. So I just thought, what sounds really cool? And then I was like, let me just take my mom's surname. I'm really sorry to my dad. I still love him. But like, Msomi is my actual surname.
Okay.
So I'm from KZN originally.
Oh.
Yeah, born but not bred there. I moved to Joburg probably when I was really young, dude. So like a long time ago. And yeah, I am a content creator and I'm 19 years old, which a lot of people don't believe, but I actually am 19, guys.
Yeah, I won't say who, but someone in studio thought you were a bit
I
older.
think it's you.
It's
you.
me.
Guys, I am 19. Trust me.
Okay, Jayda, we're going to start with an icebreaker. You ready?
Okay.
So, what is your ideal sum of money? If I were to give you a sum of money right now, how much would it be?
Yo, dude, the way I need so much money right now, I would probably like be so greedy and ask you for like R1 billion.
Sharp, R1 billion. But
Yeah.
there's a catch, né? To
Okay.
this R1 billion. In order for me to give you this R1 billion, I need to play a movie of the craziest things you've done in your life to the elders in your family. Are you taking the money?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
What do you
not.
mean?
No ways. I would give up my mom's home even just so that movie can never be shown to anybody. The amounts of things I've done that I'm so embarrassed about, not
Yeah?
even just embarrassed, but I think a lot of people would be shocked. I can't.
But I feel like this is the perfect platform to get
No.
into it.
I mean, yeah, I think this is a great platform to get into it. I think it's going to be great. It's my first interview, so
Oh, yeah?
definitely I'm going to give you all the tea.
Uh-huh.
And moving forward, no one's going to hear anything from me.
That's so real. So, like, I want you to think about this interview more like a vision board, right?
Okay.
Because the objective of the show really is to contact creators that are already creating a name for themselves but are on the cusp of something great, right? So I know that Jayda King is going to be an international name in about 5 years, right? So what this podcast serves to do is just to give you a vision board. So we're going to outline your journey so far, and then we're going to outline what you want for yourself in the future, and then we're going to look back when we do a young reunion episode and chat more about that. But let's get into the born and bred, where we born, where we breeding. Tell me about KZN. When did you move from KZN? When did you come up here? Like, how was your childhood? Just walk us through it from Ngungusi.
Okay, so I moved to Joburg like a really long time ago. I don't remember even the move. I don't even remember how old I was. But I was really young. My parents are from KZN.
Okay.
Most of my family is actually all of them are from KZN.
Okay.
My parents decided to move to Joburg just to start a new life. You know, the whole stereotype of Joburg is the city of dreams or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
So that was my parents' plan. They thought it would be a good idea to kind of, you know, start their careers in Joburg, and that's what happened. My dad was in banking for a very long time, and my mom was in marketing actually. So
okay.
yeah, my childhood was really normal in the beginning,
yeah.
like up until maybe grade 4. I lived a pretty average normal life. There were a lot of shaky things in my childhood that I think really molded me and shaped me into the person I am today and like where I want to go in life. And without those experiences, I don't know if I would be the person I am today. I think a lot of people kind of take things as face value and they think, no, but Jayda started from the top and she is
she
at the
just
top.
lifted, of course.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I think it's been a really tough journey. I think being a child and also now it's been a really tough journey. But yeah, that really has been my life. I think for the most part, my life has been normal.
Okay,
Yeah.
I wanna jump in here. You speak to shaky experiences in your childhood. Can you give us a bit more insight into what that was, what that meant for you?
I think the most shaky experiences I had growing up were like, you have friends that live completely different lives to you, two parents working and their home is secure and whatever, or whatever people show. And during my younger days, there were times where we didn't even have money for bread, dude. Like, there was a time I remember very vividly, my dad decided he wants to just, and I've never told this story in public ever, but I mean, we're opening up. My dad wanted to start a business and my mom always believed in him.
Oh.
Yeah. So he decided to leave his job and start this business, and that left that left nobody with the bills, because my mom was a housewife at the time, raising my small little siblings. They were really young. So nobody was in charge of the bills at the time. So now everyone's looking at everybody like, who's going to pay those bills?
Yeah.
I mean, they were telling us we're getting evicted the next month. This is like 2014, 2013, you know?
Yeah.
And you still have to go to school, and your friends are talking about a Valentine's disco happening. You're still oblivious to the fact that you may lose your home in the next 2 days. But no, I still want to go to this Valentine's disco.
Groove first.
So exactly. So I went home and I told my dad, no, there's a Valentine's disco and the ticket is 20 Rand, and I do want like a little cute outfit. But the outfit was not a priority.
Yeah.
He said, baby, we're going to be chowing trees tonight. Like, you talk about 20 Rand for a disco. We are eating each other. You know, I was like,
a fresh breath of air for
exactly.
dinner.
And that was not even the last time I went through an experience like that. And I think that's really molded me into the person I am today. I don't look down, or even, I don't care about like who you are, what you're about, where you come from. I think a lot of people think that's how influencers think. If you don't have a certain number of followers, if you don't have a certain background, we don't chill with you. Absolutely not. Come here. We're chilling together. Because I mean, I've been through hell and back in hell.
Yes. And reverse.
I'm still standing, and I have a dream, and this is also a message to like anybody that's watching me, anybody that you know is a supporter of mine, that feels like I can't be an influencer, or this is what I'm going through, and Jayda's not. Dude, everybody's going through something, and if you want to do something, you have to chase that dream and follow it, like right behind it. Don't move, don't try and turn left, right. Follow that dream, and you'll get there. Yeah, so.
Bars. I actually want to speak, because you spoke to a lot, right? So we're going to touch on mental health a bit later on, and what mental health means for someone that is privileged, and whether you have the right to suffer in society's eyes. But I want to jump into the relationship between mom and dad, right? So looking through your page, a lot of the videos you do are with your mom, right?
Yeah.
And this video is the interview is about you, so obviously we're not going to get too much into her. But what is your relationship with your dad like? Are you guys close?
My dad, I would say growing up, I was a daddy's girl. Really, I was actually a spoiled brat back in my day. Like, anything I wanted, I got. Like, really young days, though, when I was, like, still in crèche. Like, so me and my dad, I would say I saw my dad as someone that always provided for me, and everything I said went. And through the pictures of, like, when I was younger, you could see we were always together. So we had a really strong bond. And then my mom had to move to KZN to work for the bills that were left behind. And my dad was the one raising us. And I think that's where our fallout kind of happened. Like, I would shout at him like I was shouting at a friend, slam doors in his face, tell him I don't care and I hate him. Because, like, he wasn't getting me. I mean, at the time I was going through puberty, and there's so many emotions that you're feeling that you feel your mom is the only person that can kind of get where you're coming from, and why I'm crying about the fact that my right pony is higher than the other. Like, obviously he's going to think you're being stupid. But I was like, absolutely not. Like, I'm not doing okay. And with those moments when he would like kind of just push it off or whatever, I think it kind of created a distance. And then in 2018 there was like a huge incident that kind of changed the whole
trajectory.
Thank you. The whole thing of life. It kind of took a 360 turn. And my dad was kind of the middle ground of that whole incident, and I think after that, weirdly enough, we became closer.
Okay.
Like me and my dad became really close, and I would open up to him and whatever the case is. And through years and years of healing and kind of still talking and communicating, and him really putting that as his forefront, communicating with his kids, I think our relationship was a lot better. My dad is one of my best friends, but my mom is my first and only. And yeah.
That is phenomenal. I think one of the big things for me is trying to tell a story through everything I do. So I DJ, and when I create my sets, it's about story building. Same thing when I'm creating meals. So Jayda was so kind as to tell me nothing about what she wants to eat, what she wants to drink. So I just had to go off what I felt was your story. Clearly there's a lot of depth, a lot more depth to it, and we're going to get into that. But I created a meal that I think amplifies and epitomizes elegance, epitomizes class. It's a chic meal, but it's also got very rustic South African elements to it. Kupuga lapo and stuff.
Period.
So we've got a up style but rustic chicken Alfredo for you.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to be eating today. I hope you enjoy it.
I can't pretend like I know what that is, but you know what? We're gonna devour.
We're just gonna
regardless.
rock, boy.
We're just gonna rock it out.
So the food's gonna come in now, and we're gonna just munch. Thank you, Abuti.
Thank you. Oh, this looks really nice.
Yeah. So let's continue with the chats. I want to now speak to mental health a bit, right? So you're obviously in the limelight, you're at the forefront of what is sort of makeup lifestyle creation at the moment. What would you say is the most difficult thing about being in that space?
I think the most difficult part is always having to have your shit together. Sorry for that language, but like truly, you always have to have your shit together. I think people do obviously watch your content for entertainment. They watch your content as a distraction from their own lives. So do content creators. We watch other people's content just to kind of get away. And I think it's really hard when your supporters only obviously just want to check on you and see if you're okay, but you're not doing okay, and they still talk about, hey Jayda, I hope you're vlogging this week. Your parents could be literally dying, and you could be talking about, hey, so are we getting a vlog? You could literally be posting about a funeral. Oh my God, new vlog coming up. Those are the type of people, like, I'm telling you, dude, you could literally be like, guys, I've actually been like so sick, I'm dying. Like, I hope you get better soon. We miss you. Please post more. Babe, I literally just told you I'm dying. So I think the hardest part is always having to have your shit together. And also, I don't know, dude, there's a lot of hard parts about this industry, I think. Yeah. You always just have to look presentable, and that also falls under the thing of having to have your shit together. I mean, I can't come on camera. Even though I do any way, shape, and form, you still can't fully be yourself because people judge, people say things, people have a lot to say, you know, and you're just kind of trying to live your life. And also, I guess, like, the hardest thing is also putting your life out there. That's extremely difficult because people have been through my breakups with me. People have been through really tough times. And it's not even like, I didn't break up on camera once. No, probably 3 times.
Oh, okay.
3 times.
Okay.
With the same guy. And people are going to be like, people saw that. Like, people saw me after this guy broke up with me. People saw me post a video talk about, we're going to make it last. Jayda, you literally cried 2 days ago on camera talking about, I hate this guy. And now you talk about the man of my dreams.
Oh my God.
People see that. So,
oh, because, yeah.
So it's so hard because it's like, people will remember. They'll be like, hi, Jayda, but like, when you dating this and this guy, you know? So I think, yeah, putting your whole life out there just for a bag, if you deep it, actually, that's exactly what's happening. You put your whole life out there for a bag, and that's difficult as hell because people don't want to say it, but it's like, after this, you know, if you don't want to do it anymore, like, do you have a plan? And I think that's the scariest part about it all.
Yeah, like it almost, and I know it's a weird like way to kind of explain it, but it feels like sharing your underwear with the world. Like they see you in a bikini once, and now they want to wear it with you all the time. Because what is often, I think, neglected when it comes to social content creation is you will start creating content because you love cooking, if you're me, or because you're just someone who enjoys your own company, and sometimes you film yourself, right? Is to now people like it too. Okay, right? So now you're building a following. More people are buying into the brand, and before you know it, like you're a household name, and it wasn't necessarily your intention, but now you're stuck with this, and it becomes your reality. And it's also, it feels so invasive that you can't escape it, right? And people feel like they are entitled to you, they're entitled to your time, entitled to your space, and you're like, is it bussin'? And I don't know, it's been very difficult for me, and that's why I often take breaks. But at the same time, it's a thing of like, these people built me, right? Like this is something that I enjoy, and now I'm making money off of it, and I need to show some form of gratitude. I need to be like, oh my god, shout out to you guys, for real. But I don't know how you strike that balance. I mean, I'm nowhere near where you are in your space and in your career, but I think you are striking the balance well from what it looks like. Is that the case? Is the shit together? Or is
I
it...
feel like I haven't been striking the balance. I'm trying to kind of live a normal, I wouldn't say normal life, but a life without the camera in my face, and then I'm trying to live a life on camera, you know, like I feel like sometimes I don't post enough. I feel like I disappoint my supporters and whatever, because like I take a lot of mental health breaks. Like in general, I'll probably not post for a week, and I think that's normal, because it's like I'm pretty sure you guys can survive without just seeing my face for a week, please. No, you know? So I think I do struggle a little bit trying to find a balance between taking breaks and then kind of getting back in the swing of things. But I think, what was the question? Sorry.
I think you answered it, right?
Oh,
like
yeah,
how you're striking
okay,
the
yeah,
balance,
yeah.
right? It's a work in progress is what we're hearing. And that's what it's always going to be, right? Because if your brand grows, you're going to need to adjust to this new and bigger brand. And I suppose as an extension of this question is, you're someone who from the outside looking in, it's like you are the pinnacle human being, right? Which is, I know it's a crazy thing. Let me cook. So you are someone who's good looking, you're someone who's getting jobs, you're someone who is from a family that is well respected, specifically with like everything that your mom's got going. It looks like you have a good relationship with your siblings. So everything just looks like it's together. You know what I mean? And people often have this notion that privilege means that you don't have the right to suffer, or you don't have the right to pain. Like you should always just be like, yeah, me personally, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that you have that right, especially because of the type of person that you are? Because even when I message you, you're like, oh, congratulations for 50K followers. I'm like, Jayda, stop. And yeah, do you feel you have the right to suffer with everything going on around you, or is it difficult at times?
No, I snatched that right. It is my right to suffer. And if I'm not feeling okay, no one can tell me, no, you just do this and that all day. You shouldn't be. No, shut the fuck up, actually.
So
like,
real.
let's be real. Because honestly, I think everybody's going through a lot, guys. In this economy, in this world, in this country, if you're sane, kudos to you, honestly. But majority of us are actually going through a lot of stuff, and a lot of us don't put that out there on social media because we just want to give people a good time. And also when I watch back my videos, I don't want to watch back and see that I was crying and talking about, guys, I just can't do this. Like, excuse me, I don't want people to see that, you know, because when I'm scrolling, it brings me back to why I'm coming to social media, to kind of get a distraction if I see someone emotional. Because then I'm going to feel like, okay, dude, like, I want to help this person. I kind of want to extend my arm, but I can't because physically, and I don't know you, but I'm just scrolling on my For You page and you're crying, you know? I think a lot of people need to realize that, number one, entertainers, influencers, industry people are humans. I
So
think a lot of
real.
people forget that part.
Yeah.
They're humans. We are sitting right here together having a normal conversation. There's nothing unhuman about me right now in this moment. And I think if I stub my toe or if I fall over, I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna hurt. So if there's something going on at home that is just beyond me, I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna hurt and I'm gonna feel, because I'm also human. Just like if something would happen to you, you would also cry. I don't know why people want to take the right away from someone to feel. That is inhumane. That's not right.
So I just need to check how we're doing for time. Okay, because battery life at the camera. Hey, the beauty of a startup. Wait, what's going on? Okay, we've still got time. Do you want me to open up a bottle?
No, it's okay. I'll just drink my water.
Cool. Yeah. So the next thing I want to speak on is, I suppose, the thing that everyone's asking, right? Or the way most people were introduced to you, I think, is you are the daughter of a very, very infamous, critically acclaimed actress. Very strong personality, very powerful woman. What has that meant for you? Like, does that put a pressure on you to succeed? Has that in any way influenced your needs to want to be in the industry? Like, what does it mean to be the daughter of?
This question is actually a question I remember answering on my TikTok. Like, I made a full 6-minute long video about this topic, and then I just took it down. Like, after it got 50, 60 K likes, I just took it down. Like, my other personality was like,
Jayda, this was not us, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, but to me, I think growing up, it has been a lot of pressure. I think a lot of people think celebrities or everybody in the industry kind of lives a certain lifestyle, high roofs and big cars and lavish, and no, you know. And so when people see me, when people used to see me back in the day when my mom just kind of started getting onto TV, they kind of wanted to see a change in me. They kind of wanted to see, oh, but Jayda's now being dropped off in a helicopter. They wanted to see that type of change, and they didn't, you know. And they would question that, especially like in primary. Kids are rude in primary school because everything would be questions. I mean, my parents used to drive a really old Mercedes, and that was our car from like my whole primary school life, and that's what they saw, and that's what they still saw 2 years, 3 years after my parents, when my mom got onto TV. That was questioned. Oh, but like, since your mom's on TV, why don't you? I don't know, babe. I'm not the one getting paid. And I didn't know about the entertainment space because my mom wouldn't speak to me in that manner. She wouldn't be like, yeah, but this is what goes down. Like, because I didn't care at the time, you know? Until, I guess, going into high school, I think I was bullied by one person, the same girl throughout grade 8 and 9. Oh, grade 8 and matric. Solely because she just had the fight. It wasn't even a fight, but the bullying started because she said Jayda thinks that she is all that because her mom's on TV. But no one else really knew and cared. Like, after they found out, nobody said, oh my God, Jayda, but like, no one cared. And that's what I loved about high school. It's like, everyone's chilled here, you know? And she wasn't the one that was chilled though. And I think creating a name for myself outside of my mom was, I think, what I found, or what I thought would be the most difficult, because obviously my mom does post her kids, she does tag her kids here and there, so I would get a lot of following from Instagram, like on my Instagram, from my mom's following. So it was like older people, and I was like, this is like, why is like, why? Like, I'm not seeing any of my age group, sorry. I'm seeing older people, and I didn't like that. So yo, I'm so gassy. Sorry, guys.
Don't worry.
Okay, but yeah, and then I moved on to TikTok, and kind of people started following me from what they liked to see and whatever the case is. But I think the most difficult was kind of creating a name for myself, and not the most difficult, but what it's like. Oh, that was a question. What it's like. I think for me, it's normal, honestly. My mom, when she comes back home from work, she's a normal person to me. I don't see her as that character. I mean, we have conversations and we laugh, we kiki. Like, my mom is just a mom when she comes home. But when it's time to go out and when it's time to like put your life out there, I think that's when the controversy just wants to start. But I think besides that, I think it's pretty normal. It's pretty normal.
So I know like a lot of actors are oftentimes asked like, when you get a character, how do you embody that character? How do you get into the role? And especially method actors that really live that lifestyle, they really like get seeped in, right? So I've always wanted to know how that's like for the family, right? So I got introduced to your mom on lockdown. She was playing a hard. I was scared, boy. I needed to pray after watching lockdown. I was like, oh. So that's a very hardcore character, and your mom embodied it so well. Did she ever bring that home? And what did it feel like if that happened?
My mom is someone that kind of leaves her job at the door. I've never seen her get into character. I've seen her get into character as in, if she has an audition and she wants me to take a video, she'll read the lines a couple of times, and then when I say action, she's in character. I've never seen my mom go into a corner and kind of have to prepare in that manner. She leaves that at the door. Even at work, I don't know what my mom is on. Like, I actually commend her because I used to go to an art school, and the way I used to prepare for my drama pieces was hectic. My mom just is a natural, and that's one thing I think I always clap hands for. My mom is a natural. She was born for this. I've never experienced her character coming through at home. Never.
That's really interesting that you speak about the school that you're in, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to have a young break so we can change battery packs on our camera because, hey, startup life. And then we're going to come in, we're going to speak about high school a bit more. We're going to speak about dating a bit more. We're going to laugh a little. We'll share war stories, and then we'll just wrap it up. So, cool. Yeah, we're just going to go for a break for a bit. And we are back, Jayda. We'll pretend like we did a lot, but we didn't. We just chilled in the room. So I don't know wines, guys. And if these wines are nice, please all come for Jayda King in my comments.
Why come for me? I didn't choose it.
You said you were a wine drinker.
I am a wine drinker.
But I'm all for experimenting. So you're going to choose which one we're drinking.
The pink one looks cute. Oh, you didn't even introduce.
Deciding?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Tell them.
Okay. Well, but we'll come back to the pink
Valid.
one anyway. My producers say I must pat this dry.
Fancy.
So this one is a Char. I think it's short for Chardonnay.
Oh, wow.
It says dry and fruity, lemon, lime, and citrus flavor. Yeah, it's an unwooded Chardonnay, whatever that means.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Nkosia. Okay. I'm going to put this here.
Yeah.
And then we have this one. It is a Pinot. No, it's a Pinot Noir. Is that how it's pronounced?
Wow, don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah,
okay.
I just drink.
Which okay? Yeah, let's just drink. Which one do you want to just drink?
Let's just do the pink one.
The pink one. It's cute.
It's a cute
okay,
vibe,
cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pour wine.
So what do you know how to do? Can we just ask that question? Oh, okay. I think this one will be cute, eh? Maybe it'll have like a cute taste. Oh, yeah, Kwanisa, Kwata. Hi, Bo. This is wine, babe.
Kupuga lapo and stuff. Hi, Jayda. I'm hoping this tastes.
Wow.
You see now? It's cute. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Very mature taste, eh?
Yeah. How do you drink wine? Must I like sip it?
Yeah,
or
you
can
just
I just
sip. You like enter like this movie stage.
Oh,
and you
okay.
Just, like,
oh, okay.
Like
do I
vibe.
like hold like how do I hold it? The glass.
I mean, you can hold it any way.
Like this.
You know, a bit. Yeah.
Do I swell it?
Yeah, I mean. Taste smells like wine. It's nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
I do. Okay, Jayda, we'll believe you. Okay, so let's talk the arts, right? Because that's essentially what you do. You're an artist, you're a visionary, you're a creative. And from what it sounds like it started in high school, right? You went to an art school. What was that school? How were the experiences?
I went to the National School of the Arts. It was, I wouldn't say it was like my dream school because my mom was extremely against it. My older sister wanted to go actually because everybody that went there and everyone that knew people that went there, that school was like the place to be if you were talented. They described it as High School Musical, you know, and my sister obviously was like, I'm going to try my luck, and just, my mom was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. My friend said there's drugs in that school. So my sister was like, oh, okay, I will just go to a different school that also had drugs, but we're not going to talk about that. So my teacher, my English teacher, knew I did dance not in high school, in primary school, and she said it would be a great opportunity for me to go in audition or just to go see the school. So I told my dad, I was like, Baba, they said I should go to the open day. And my dad was like, but you know your mom is against this. And I was like, let's just do it in secret. Like, nobody has to know. Like, we probably won't even like it that much.
Who's gonna know?
My dad loved the school. He was like, this is such a great fit for you. Amazing school. We told my mom, and my mom was like, okay, cool, we'll audition. And I got in for drama, actually. And the experience was one I'll never forget. I mean, I'm grateful to have been in that school. It is a school full of talented children is what I can say. Very, very talented. Everybody is very different. Everyone has their own vibe going on. And I think that school also matured me quicker than I ever thought I would, because everybody in there, I guess when you go through a lot of, or you have a lot of trauma, it makes you like grow up even faster. And I think being surrounded by so many unstable people, it kind of like matures you a lot, because it's like you have to like be serious, you know. If your friend is not going, if your friend's not doing okay, she's having a panic attack, something about anxiety or depression or whatever, you have to be there. And that school was kind of, I would say, they always say as an artist, most of the time you have to be a little bit unstable to be a great artist, is what they say. And there was a lot of kids like that, and I think it was interesting to kind of learn about it that way, because I didn't know anything about mental health up until I entered that school. I didn't know what depression was, anxiety. Heck, I didn't even have it, you know? I just thought it was sad days that I was having, you know? Up until I got into that school, and, you know, they educated me, and not just the teachers, but I guess the students just educated one another about mental health, LGBTQ plus community, and the arts. So I think it's a great school if you really like are down for the art like that. Like it's a great school.
Okay, I like that last closing line.
Yeah.
But we're gonna rewind a bit and speak to, like, just recall or recount for us some experiences where you're like, yo, okay, this is what's going on here.
Dude, there was always something happening. I can't even recall, because there was so much happening at that school. I honestly feel like that school was a fever dream. I mean, I don't remember anything past grade 8, honestly. Like, I feel like I told my mind to kind of just remove that part of me, because number one, I just hated school in general. I don't advise any of my younger viewers, please don't hate school, please go to school, get an education. But I hated school, you know. And I guess one incident, I guess, that really like shook me, and I was like, okay, this is the school, or like I'm just not doing okay, or I don't know, dude. When was the moment I actually was like, oh, the school is crazy? There was so many. I can't put a finger. Your finger.
Hey,
I can't put a finger on
it. TikTok will ban us forever.
I can't place my finger on it.
Ooh,
I can't place my finger on it, but like, there was a lot going on at that school. There was a lot. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go deeper then and speak to your bully.
Yeah.
Because you say you have one bully, one tormentor, terrorizing you day in, day out.
Hey, dude. And
what's the beef?
I guess like every single year the beef kind of changed, you know,
Okay.
and she knows herself. And I'm not even gonna, it's not even outing her in any way. Like the people that know her know.
Yeah.
I wasn't just like witnessing, or I wasn't being bullied and people weren't like noticing that this was happening. And I wouldn't even say it was bullying, it was more so gossiping, because I think a bully has the balls to come up to you and punch you in the face. She would speak about it a lot though.
But do nothing.
She never placed a hand. But if she did.
Yes, when
If she did.
she would know you.
No, I would call the cops. One thing about me, I would call the cops. You will have to be in jail for that. But I think my bully's motive, I always tell my younger sister, because she constantly gets bullied as well. And I always tell her that bullies never have a motive, babe. You could literally just be walking across the road, but they'll still bully you. And I think, especially if you're pretty, and I wouldn't say my little sister, I'm talking about my little sister. My little sister is an intelligent, beautiful young girl, loving, caring, and she's loved by many in her school. You know, a lot of people like her presence. And you know when there's people that just hate the fact that people like you. They don't understand what it is that people don't like about them, but they like about you. You know what I'm saying? It all stems from an insecurity place, and I think every single year was something different. I mean, I think the one that she actually took the cup for, I have to clap hands, take my hat off for that one. It was 2020 and there was lockdown, and I was just going through the most, and I lost a lot of weight. Like I lost a lot of weight. Like before 2020, I was a bit, I wouldn't say chubby, no. I just had a lot of curves and meat on my bones. I came back to school, no meat. I looked sick, you know. My mom didn't want to get me like checked or find out if this is a disorder or whatever. But I knew, I mean, losing almost 20 kgs is not normal, babe.
Yeah.
And not being
100%.
able to fit into any of your clothes anymore is not okay. And she saw that, she noticed that, and she told my best friend at the time, she said to her, please tell your best friend to eat, hey, like this anorexia thing is not cute. Like she thought I was like losing weight for vibes. She was like, this girl wants to be so skinny, it's not cute, like she has to cut it out. And I was like, I take my hat off to you, babe. I clapped. I was like, you don't know the half of me. You don't know me. You don't know me. And that's why I don't even speak to her. I don't even care, because she didn't know me. She would watch me from corners and probably ask people about me, or when I would speak to her, because I would never give her a cold shoulder. Like if we're having a conversation, let's speak. I'm not going to be like, yeah, you're such a bully. Even though I should have, you know, I didn't. And I just realized that bullies just speak out of their bums most of the time. Like they just want to make someone feel just as bad as they feel inside. And they don't even have to feel that way. And that's why I love psychology, because I really want to get down to the bottom of what goes through your mind when you're bullying another individual. Like, do you feel powerful? Like, do you feel like, I'm the man. Yeah. Really? No.
That is so interesting. And I think part of being in the space that you're in is that bullies will follow you. Now they're just in your comments, right? And they're behind you, and it's the same insecurity, it's the same type of person, and it's the same broken individual. But you spoke about your sister, and you've kind of touched on your siblings a little bit. I'd like us to go into that, right? Because a lot of people, and I saw your mom doing an interview with Lasizwe, and the misconception was that you're the oldest when you're not.
Yeah.
Right? Tell us about like what the family structure looks like from a sibling perspective, and what type of role you've had to play for your siblings now that your life has shifted.
So my mom has 5 kids, 5 bundles of joys. It's quite a lot.
And you, or just?
No, I'm included in this 5.
A bundle of joy.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm the second born. My older sister is Jayda, and she's actually 23. We apparently look the same age. I look older. It's, I've gotten that a lot, saying that I act older, not act, but like I am, or I feel older, or I look older. I don't know what the dynamic is, but Jadine is the oldest. I'm the second born, and then my mom has 3 little rats: Jade, Jadeja, and Jaden. I think Jade's in grade 8. Jadeja
So
is
many
in
J's.
yeah.
How mamzo?
My parents were actually so madly in love, they decided to combine their names. Like the beginning of, they called each other J and D. So my mom's name is Dawn. My dad's name is Jabulani.
Okay.
So they used to call each other J. My mom used to call my dad J. My dad used to call my mom D.
Okay.
And they were like, all our kids need to have our love.
Yes.
Like, we are that creative. So, like, it's J. Every kid's name has to have a J and a D sounding.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Jayda, Jade, Jadeja, Jaden. Because they were that in love. They were so in love.
They were gone.
Yeah, they were gone. I love that. But yeah, that's how the layout is. And have I had to play a different role? Absolutely. My older sister has started her own life now. I'm so proud of her. And she deserves it, Shame. She's worked her ass off being an older sister. And as suckish as it is, she's left me with the job. And I didn't think it was going to be like a job, because you don't feel it. You're the second born, so you kind of get to chill. No, there's no chilling.
It's a job.
There's no chilling.
Full
You
time.
are also the mom in the home, you know. Yeah, now I do help out financially with my siblings. Not even help out, like they will come and bully me for money now. Like I'm a bank to them. Like I have money all the time to them. When I have 20 rand in my account, they will ask me for 200
They will
rand.
take it.
But it's fine.
You
That's
love them loads.
I do love them a lot. They're beautiful kids, yeah.
What has that meant? And perhaps like this isn't something you can say with certainty now, but a lot of girls that are in the older sibling position have already experienced motherhood before they become mothers, right? And so they're like, me personally, I don't want any one of those things. And I'm the same. Like, I don't want some stranger calling me papa. Like, no, brother. No, brother.
Stranger is such a wild
No,
thing.
brother. I mean, you didn't exist 9 months ago. Now you're here. Papa.
Real, okay.
So, what are your views on kids, and have they been shaped by your new role as Mamzo, the beauty parent?
You know what? There was like a phase in my life, probably 3 months ago, where I literally just woke up in the morning and I said, no marriage, no kids. I'm going to die alone in a home as big as the earth, and I'm going to have a glass of wine and be alone all the time. Like, I was so ready to just die alone. I didn't like kids anymore. Like, I was a loving person. Like, I loved kids, and every time I saw a little baby, you know, I'd be like, oh, hey.
One of those.
Hey, babe. You know, little moment there, here and there. I think I was good with kids, yeah. And do I want kids now? I think it's something I think about a lot, but I don't think it's something I'm pushing for. I don't want kids right now. I think,
Of course, not right now. Damn.
I mean,
Hey?
obviously not right now, but I think maybe let's say in the next 5, excuse me, I always say that if the right guy comes into my life, he will ignite that feeling back again for me to kind of like love again and loving babies, you know. But I don't know, like my heart was so broken that I just told myself I don't want kids. And I was also going through like a really difficult time in my life, and I was like, I never want my kids to kind of suffer because I'm kind of like I have a lot
Not
going
healed.
on all the time,
Yeah.
you know. So I don't want to bring kids, and I don't want to bring kids into a world where they're gonna suffer at some point. I think that's just unfair. But I think kids are a blessing. Let's put that out there. Kids are beautiful. They are a blessing.
Yeah.
We love them loads.
Yeah.
But for now, no. I don't think kids are
So
something I want.
I think I want to talk about this man that grated your heart. Gore, he grated it, he chopped it, he fried it, he fed it to you, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll take you back. And he did it again. Okay, I'll take you back. What? hey, is he coming back?
I think my ancestors don't want me to talk about it. Okay.
What happened? Why? Who were you before the relationship, and how badly were you hurt after the relationship?
I won't give him too much screen time.
Yeah.
Because we're not beefing.
Yeah.
I don't beef with exes. But Yeah, this guy was a person I was with for almost 2 years, and it was kind of in my head high school sweetheart type of vibe, and in his head it was, I guess, completely something completely different. Oh, they closed my chest up for real. So I thought we were on the same page for the longest time. Clearly not. He broke up with me like on a random Tuesday afternoon. Said that he wasn't ready for a relationship after we were together for like a good amount of time.
Yeah.
And that day I think I was just shocked because, I mean, let me not just pretend. Like, I think a lot of people don't know we broke up almost like every single weekend. I'm joking. But we broke up like 3 times in the relationship. Yeah. And excuse me, we were good, I guess. And then And then, he just ended it. And I guess after that, I was nonchalant for like a really long time. Like, I was putting up a front. Like, I was like, I went back on camera and I was like, no, guys, like, I'm doing okay. Everyone was there in my comments. Jayda, please heal. Like, you're not okay. I literally was defending myself, fighting for my life in the comments. Guys, I'm good. Like,
I'm fine.
I don't care about him. Like, I never did. Like, come on, guys. Like, can we just give... No, I cried for like a long time. I did cry my heart out. Because I think I've just been heartbroken too many times. No, not too many times. But in this instant, like, it happened. And I knew that it was the last time. Like, we were done for good.
Yeah.
And I think after that I was like, well, I thought this guy was going to be the love of my life and whatever the case is, and he wasn't. And that's when I just went in this frenzy of like, no more guys, nothing. I'm not talking to anybody, nothing of that nature. Yeah, because I was just like, let me focus on myself now.
Yeah. And we're going to touch on that really to close off the interview. I just want the producers, if they could get the gift ready so long, closer to the time when there's about 25 minutes, so I'll let you guys know. But where are you now? Are you still anti-boys, anti-men, or are you like, okay,
I'm standing on business, man. Like, I'm really standing on it. I think it's not even about I'm anti-guy or whatever, but I think if a guy comes into my life, then he comes, I guess. Like, nobody really prominent has made an impression that I can be like, okay, actually, let me take a step back from work a little bit and get to know somebody. Everybody's been like, kind of, I don't know, all over the place, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not anti-guy, but I'm very like pro Jayda, get your life in order. Get your life in order and kind of build your brand. I'm really like into my work right now, like nothing more, nothing less.
I mean, and I've seen it, right? Like, you on my For You page, like, you've colonized my For You page. At this point, I'm like, Jayda, please leave me alone. Jayda, please.
No.
But I am so in love with the brand you've created for yourself. I think your brand awareness, your brand presence is phenomenal. And I want you to talk to us about that, right? At which point did this stop being, I'm taking videos in my room for myself and for like 2 people, to I'm now a brand. I'm someone who people are looking at. I'm someone who needs to give content. I'm getting brand deals. When did that shift happen?
It was around, I would say, like, the story is so long, but when I was younger, probably 2018, grade 8, I wanted to be a model. So I would like take pictures with brands and and just tag them and hopefully get noticed. I would use like my dad's camera and like we'd take pictures. We'd take it really seriously, and I wanted to be a model, you know. But I guess I kind of like built to solely just sticking to social media, because in 2021, I'm so gassy, dude.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
This wine is still stuck in here.
Yeah, it came through my nose. I was like,
in 2021, I decided like, let me move to TikTok and kind of like make videos here and there, like nothing too serious. I started like learning how to do makeup on camera and posting it on TikTok. So I'd be like, hey guys, like it's my first day actually doing a full face of this look, or, you know, that's how I started my TikTok, just kind of going on journeys with people. I think that was the story behind it, was like, if you don't know how to do makeup, you can follow my lead, even though it will be two blind people leading each other. It's okay. Like, we'll do this together, and people love that type of content. And in matric, I knew I didn't want to go to varsity. I just kind of wanted to take a gap year and kind of figure my life out. My mom was open to the idea. My dad was kind of like, if you don't get something, dude, like, you have to study business. That's my dad, always. And so I got my first paid partnership from Cotton On in like October. That was like a huge 2021. No, it was 2022 actually.
Okay.
My first brand partnership with Cotton On, and I was like, oh, is this serious? Like, okay, are people actually like gonna pay me for this? I still kind of stuck to just posting for vibes and for fun because people really enjoyed it. And after Cotton On, I guess like things kind of just started slowly but surely escalating, and that's when I realized that, okay, you're not going to varsity. I actually told people that I'm going to be a model this year.
Yeah.
I guess this is somewhat of a model.
Yeah, 100%. What was that decision like for you? Was it a very easy decision to say, I'm not going to varsity? Like, I'm 100% sure. And from that decision, is it something you would recommend to other people?
That decision came extremely fast for me. I don't know, like, my hatred for school ran so deeply that I was just like, if I have to, I will go to school, but I don't want to do it for now, So I decided that no, even if I don't kind of make a name for myself this year, I'm still taking a gap year. And after this gap year, we'll see where life takes us, Excuse me. Do I recommend for people to take a gap year? Oh, no. To not study and to pursue. I'm 50-50 on that, I want people to further their educations if they have the passion for that. I want people to follow their dreams, even if it means being a doctor or whatever. Like, I think a lot of people feel like everything needs to be at a standstill for influencing when a lot of people do it simultaneously. So I say, if you want to study and be an influencer on the side. If you completely just want to be an influencer, I say follow your dreams. If that's what you really feel deep down in your heart, pray on it and you'll see where it takes you. But I'm always for just following your dreams in a whole. Even if I don't care what your dreams are, do you just follow your dreams? Nobody can tell you that your dreams are shit or they're good or whatever. Like, if you wanna be a dancer in the corner of a shop, then do that. If that's your dream. If you want to dance in corners of shops, then do that. If you want to own a business, do that. But I just think, do whatever you feel like doing. But I'm also for education.
Okay. 100%. I think that is so cool and very inspiring for people. And I support that as well. I think I'm someone who's trying to do both, and I just wish I was doing one. But there's almost a very deep fear of like failure for me that won't let me just take the leap. Like, I don't back myself in that way. But I think this interview has been phenomenal.
It has.
And I just have one question for you, or two actually. But the first is, if your life were to be a movie, who would you want to play you and why?
Does it have to be a celebrity or a random person? That's a good question. I don't know. I think maybe my mom.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think she would play a good me. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And I think, are you guys ready? Yeah, so to close off the interview, I want you to nominate one person, anyone in the content creation game who you think is so cool, who you'd love for their story to be out there, who you think should come through, and I should cook some food for them and we should have some chats.
I think, I don't know her surname, but her name is Gaugelo. I don't know if you've heard of her.
I'll do.
Yeah, I think her story is really cool. I met her like recently, not recently, but like maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
I've been following her for like years now, and I'm so glad that, she's doing this thing and she's in her bag. So I think her story would be amazing and also very inspirational.
100%.
Yeah.
So listen, Jayda, this was the first ever episode of Recipe for Success. I've never done anything like this before, and I reached out to a lot of people. But you were instantly responsive. You were so kind. And this whole process just felt so gentle and genuine. And I absolutely loved the fact that you came on board. We loved having you and prepping for you. I hope you enjoyed your meal.
I did.
But you took a chance on something you didn't know and on someone you didn't know when no one else would. And so I just want to say thank you. So I got you a little something just to say thank you.
Oh, you guys, stop. Thank you.
So thank you so much for coming through.
I'm going to cry. Thank you.